In this video, I am going to reveal one of my top 3 side hustles that I got started with. When I started trying to make money online, when I was trying to find better ways to make ends meet, when I was trying to not have to get a second and third job, when we found out we were having twins. It's something that works. It worked years ago. It works today. And all you need, oh no, I just dropped it. All you need is a library card. Let me reach down and grab this library card. All you need is this library card right here. I don't have anything important on the front, but this library card I got for free, and it help make me anywhere between $300 and $2,500 per job. And it's something that you could do. And we're going to talk about a variety of ways that I think that you could use that library card to make money. Okay, I'm going to talk about how I used it, but I want you to think outside the box. Maybe you're not good at what I'm talking about, but maybe there's other ways that you could do it. Whether you decide to do an offline side hustle or an online side hustle like I did, use this information, get started, and take action. That's the most important thing. You've got a piece of information. Think about how can I make it fit for what my skill set is, and how can I take action. Okay? If you don't know, my name's Alston Godbolt, and I believe in platform proof income. I don't believe that you should rely on the YouTube Partner Program or the TikTok Shop or any of these other ad networks because they're inconsistent, they're not reliable, and they can be taken from you at any point. So if you want something that's platform proof, that'll help you make money 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, make sure you follow this account and share this video with anybody out there that is looking for a side hustle. Heck, what I'd recommend that you do is partner up with 2 or 3 people, put together a strong business plan, and go forward, right? So let me just talk to you about how I stumbled across this side hustle. Many moons ago, I wanted to create a directory for where I live. I live in Kenosha, Wisconsin. And I wanted to create a directory of all of the businesses so that people would come to Kenosha because it's a very hot tourist destination. People come up from Illinois and they stop here on their way to like Wisconsin Dells or wherever. If people are going to like a Bears-Packers game, people stop here and they want to get something to eat. Or a Brewers-Cubs game, people kind of stop here. It's kind of like that midpoint. Also, people stop here for groceries and all sorts of stuff. Anyway, I wanted to create a directory of places where people could eat and stay and hang out. And so my option, and Google wasn't, I don't think, as strong as it was back in the day. My option was to try and scrape every single website out there, or a better idea I had is I would go to my local library, and that's where the library card comes in. I go to the local library and I say, hey, look, is there a way that I could get a database of all of the businesses in Kenosha? And what I was going to do is I was going to manually enter in addresses, names of businesses, and all sorts of stuff. And the lady says, hey, the librarian says, I can do you one better. I can give you a list of every single business in the United States. That's over 117 million businesses. And I said, hey, that's a heck of an idea. How do I get that? And so she hands me a business card and she says, go to the library website and look for something called Reference USA or Data Exile. And so that's where this website comes in, right? And so what I started doing was I started building a directory of every single business in the United States. But then I got the bright idea. I said, hey, look, some of these bars and restaurants, they don't actually have websites. And that's a problem because how are people going to be able to find the menus? How are people going to know where they're located? How are they going to know the services and if they deliver? And so then I got the idea of, hey, why don't I build out simple websites for these guys? And I start making money. And maybe even I could host these websites and I could start making some money, make reoccurring income, because that's the holy grail. Getting paid for work that you did once over and over and over again is the holy grail of a successful business. And so with that idea in mind, I actually started building out 5-page WordPress websites. And in the very beginning, I undersold myself and I was only charging $300. But eventually I got enough courage and I made as much as $2,500 selling out WordPress websites, 5-page WordPress websites. So let me walk you through the process of how I did it, but I want you to start thinking about other things like maybe you build out chatbots, or maybe you build out CRMs, or maybe you use this to find clients for window washing, or like painting lines or landscaping. Think about it outside the box. I know I'm talking about my experience, but think about how can I adapt Alston's experience to something that I know how to do. Because maybe you don't know how to build out WordPress websites. You could either learn, and I'll show you how I figured that out. You can either learn or you can adapt it to what you already know how to do. Right? So let's go ahead and get into it. So here I am, this website called Reference USA. You can access 117 million businesses for free. What we're going to do, and I don't know if you can use this for white pages. Let me click on this. So we're going to go on. I just wanted to see something real quick before we get into the realness. I wanted to see, let's click on county, because I've never clicked on that before, but maybe you could use this to cold call people. Right? I don't necessarily recommend it. But you know, you could do that. Let me just type in something here. Click view results. Okay, so you could cold call every single person. I don't recommend that, but that's a funny kind of thing. So let's talk about what I did. I clicked on 117 million businesses. Then I clicked on advanced search. And because I wanted to just start with where I lived, I clicked on county, and then I went down to Wisconsin, because that's where Kenosha is. But you could cherry pick. You could actually go to, Cook County, where Illinois is, and people that live in a higher cost of living area are going to be okay with spending more for a service that they find valuable. Now look at this. What's really cool is there's over 7,000 results of businesses just in Kenosha. But what I would do is I would take it a step further and click on charts. And now we can get businesses sorted by industry, right? And so what we could do is we could just focus on dentists. Click on dentists here. And now we have 185 dentists in Kenosha that we could potentially target. And what's really cool about this is we can download each one of these. Now, one drawback is that you can only do 25 at a time. But, you know, for the purposes of this, I'm just going to click on all of these. I'm going to click on print. Then I'm going to go to a detailed summary, which includes all the data. And I want to show you the data that I get. In just a second, I'm going to click on preview. It creates a PDF for me. It used to be an Excel spreadsheet, but now it looks like it's a PDF. And it's going to create something for us. And it's going to give us a bunch of information that we can use later on to help us decide if this is a good business to go after. So while this is working, I want you to think about the type of business or side hustle that you could get into. What's your skill set? Are you a good writer? Are you good at building out WordPress websites? And actually, let me show you a little cheat code here. I went to a website called ThemeForest. ThemeForest. Is it .net? ThemeForest. Let's just click on ThemeForest WordPress right here. All right, so ThemeForest.net. Great. And so this actually will, you can go to this website to download WordPress themes. And so let's say we wanted to target dentist. I click on dentist in WordPress theme, and this actually will give us a bunch of templates that we can download, right? And so if we look at this, let's just click into this one, for example. We can click on preview, live preview. This is what the WordPress theme could look like. And then we've got this template. All we got to do is make a few modifications. So this is a theme that we could modify. And what's really cool is when you do this, you can actually you get access to all of these different pages, and you just decide which pages you want to keep. Right? Look at this. So this is all really done for you. You just would go in and change the image. You could ask the dentist office that you're partnered with, ask them for images of their dentist office. Ask them. You tell them, hey, I'm going to do 5 pages for you. I'm going to do a home page and an about us page, and we can do like a pricing page. The other 2 pages are up to you. What do you want to see on your website? And what's really cool about this is you can actually turn this into something very simple. Maybe you don't want to work with dentists. Maybe you want to work with plumbers. Come up here, type in plumber, or candlestick maker or baker, whatever it is, and you can find a theme that you can buy, download, and implement, right? And at the end of the day, these people don't care what the website looks like. What they care about is how they can make more money. Come on, what's taking so long over here? Your session timed out. I don't like that. Let's try and let's do preview again. Open PDF. Come on. What I might need to do is I might just, let's go back here. And instead of doing all of them, I might just do like the top one or two. For some reason, this isn't working. This is the joys of doing these videos live, where sometimes you'll run into a little bit of an issue where you got to refresh. Anyway, so you can come back over here to Theme Forest, grab a theme. A lot of these themes have plugins integrated, and so you can see like this one, for example. It has scheduling and booking, so people could go online and schedule or book, or even talk to a bot. One other thing that you could do, is you could use something like Go High Level, where you build out a WordPress, or not even you could build out a WordPress theme, but you could build out a website using Go High Level. They've got templates too, but then they also have the opportunity to add in bots. You see this right here? You could add in a bot where they can communicate and get their questions answered that way. And with a bot, you simply would load in common questions like their hours and their services, and all of that good stuff. And then you can charge more because that's a value-added service. Let me see if I can. I might have to pause this video, which I absolutely hate doing, but I might have to pause this video and get back into Reference USA, because like I said, of course, when you're trying to do this live, okay, great. So let me, instead of doing all of them, let's just try and do the top 4. We'll go print here. We'll go detail. Detailed is really important, so that's why I want to keep it. Let's close this one. Close this, and we'll close this. Come on, Reference USA. Anyway, let's try. I'm gonna try going back here. So maybe. All right, we'll figure out a workaround. But one of the cool things about going this route, when it works, is that you get access to their social media. Let's see if I can just click on this real quick. You get access to their social media. So essentially, you can get access to all this information. You get access to location volume sales, so how much they're spending, their employees, their work hours. And what I would tell you to do is, if you want to increase your chances of success, build out a templated website. So build out a dentist website and let them know what you can do, right? Let me see if I can print here. Or why don't I try clicking download? Okay, great. So let's do detailed download records. Okay, so this is going to give us a snapshot of what I actually am looking for. Okay, great. I finally got it. So this is exactly what I'm looking for, actually. So we've got a few dentist office. We know the owner's first name, last name. We know their address, so we can send them a postcard, drop in, call. Look at, only one of them has a website. We can take a look at the website. Ooh, website's not working. That's a feather in our cap, because we can reach out to them and say, hey, did you know your website's not working? And then it can give us an opportunity to sell them something that does work. Dentist, we can see how much they're spending. Dentist office, keep scrolling. How many employees, location sales. But this gives us a bunch of information to let us know how we can reach out and how we can help them. But again, I use this to build out a WordPress website. You might use this to find a window washing client, right? But look at we can see their expenses, how much they're spending on different things. And this gives us an idea. Oh, look, they've got a Facebook page. Click on this. We can snoop on them, right? Okay, look at this website. This is a WordPress website. And if you aren't sure, we can always click on this. Let me just click on that, get a clean one. And we can type in something like, what WordPress theme is that? Oops. What WordPress theme is this? Click on that. We can paste this in, search, and boom, we see that this is a WordPress theme. And probably the exact theme that we went and found over here. But this is a WordPress theme. Again, Dentist Office doesn't care if it's a WordPress theme or if it's made on Drupal or React or whatever. They want something that's going to help them solve their problem. And the problem is getting more customers, right? But what's really cool about this is, let me go back here. Let's go back one more time. And let's check all of these. We can click on download, detailed summary, download records. That's where I made my mistake last time. And now we've got 25 here. And again, we can look at the owner and CEO and address, and we can reach out to all these people. And we could even take one or two of these and make a kind of like a template showing the strengths and weaknesses. Look at all this information that we have right at our fingertips, and I got it for free. See, we can see Twitter. We could actually reach out to these guys via Twitter. This is Aspen Dental, so I wouldn't reach out to them, but you can see there. Some of these guys don't have websites. Let's go control find website. What? I know some of these guys got websites, but what we can do is we could go through each one of these, look at, so if they have a website, see if we can add on, what can we add to add value? Maybe a bot that answers questions for them. Again, if you're doing a physical side hustle, you can scope out the area on a Sunday and see if they need window washing, something like that. Okay, here we go. KenoshaSmiles.com. Ooh, ugly website. This is a WordPress website too, but we could improve it. We could say you're missing out on opportunity because you got an ugly website. You have beautiful Kenosha Smiles, but you got an ugly website. But this is a side hustle, guys. You have all the tools that you need. You just have to think, what, for me, this is another ugly website. For me, building out 5-page WordPress websites, quick for me to do. I could do it in about 3 hours. I can do it on my own time. I can do it after the kids go to bed. And I can get referrals. So you think all these guys talk to each other? All these different dentist office, they have like little dental meetings. Here in Kenosha, we have something called the Kenosha Area Business Alliance. They get together and they share tips and strategies and what's working for them. Someone's going to say, hey, look, I saw you updated your website. It looks good. Who did it? Oh, this guy, Alston. He only charged me $500 and he charged me $50 a month to maintain it. And, oh, by the way, I'm working with him so that I can move all of my physical files online. And that's where something like Go High Level could come in, where these dentist office might have physical CRMs or like paper files, help them move it online, right? Think about it. What's a skill set that you already have that somebody else might find valuable? And then you combine that with something like Reference USA, Data Exile, and you can make money. For me, again, it was building out WordPress websites. You know who really needs WordPress websites? People like nurse practitioners. They need websites. I guarantee you very few of them have them. So if we did this and we clicked on download and we did detailed summary and we looked at this, I highly doubt that these guys have websites. Okay, one person does website, and that website's broken. So think about that, guys. What I would do is I would go specific. I would go deep and not wide. But this is your opportunity. You're looking for a physical side hustle. For me, I didn't want to leave the house. I didn't want to have to. I didn't want to have to. I couldn't really, because I had wife and kids. I had to do something that was online. We could do the same thing. Pick out schools or social workers or chiropractors. Look at this. But if you even go to a bigger business. Let's go new search, or a bigger county. We can go to Illinois County, and I'm not doing this to like belabor the point, but I want you to understand that there's opportunity out there. We go to Cook County, where Chicago is. View results. 276,000 results, 7,000 with email addresses. Right? We could send emails to all these guys. We can send postcards. I sent postcards out. We can do summary again. Oh no, sorry. We can do charts again. And start working these guys. But look at this. It's sorted by business count. What if we targeted accountants? Hey, you're an accountant. Maybe you want to start working for yourself. The best way to start working for yourself is to start building an online presence. And an online presence starts with a website. Or it starts with running Facebook ads. It's tax time. Start running Facebook ads. Tell people you can do their accounting, their taxes for whatever amount. Look at tax return and prep filing. What if you ran Facebook ads for them? Learn how to do Facebook ads. Run it for them. Schaumburg, huh? So again, we can click on this. We are going to go to download. We're going to get a detailed summary here. Download records, and what I'm looking for, I'm looking for websites. Do they have websites? Are the websites old and outdated? Are they hard to navigate? Ooh, ugly website. Ugly website. I'd write that down. I'd make a note, say they have a website so they understand the value of it, but it's ugly. One thing we notice here is that they lost. I think they lost their. No, they still have it. One thing that we know here is that they understand the value of a website, but they're not keeping them up to date. And what you can even do too, if you don't know how to do it yourself, ugly website. Let's go over to Fiverr. Press and hold. Weird. I'm moving too quick, is what the internet's telling me. We could do something like WordPress Builder. WordPress Builder. Oh my goodness, what's going on here? Or we can go over to my favorite website, onlinejobs.ph. Oh. Click on that. We'll log in there. What's going on here? Yeah, the internet says I am moving way too fast for what's happening, what I'm doing, what I should be doing. Oh my goodness. So Fiverr's being weird. What I can do is I can say like WordPress. These are people over in the Philippines. Hire them to do a WordPress job. Hire them per job. Say you'll pay them, I don't know, $200 to build out a $200 US to build a 5-page WordPress website, and charge the company $500 or $1,000. See, look, this person's okay with making $640 a month. You offer to pay her $200 per job. Some of these guys are going to take you up on it. $384 per month. I'd love to show you Fiverr, but Fiverr's being weird. Oh my goodness. I don't know what's up with Fiverr, but give me a minute. I'll show you what Fiverr looks like, and hopefully hopefully we can get to that website. Okay, so Fiverr's not working. We could try Upwork. And we can just type in WordPress. Come on. WordPress. What are they charging? $19.80 an hour, $50 an hour, $30 an hour, $15 an hour, $7 an hour to do this. So if you don't know how to do it, either learn how to do it or hire somebody to do it for you. Now, if you're going to do jobs like this, make sure that you are getting half up front. But this is a side hustle that will pay you between $300 and $2,500 a month. In the very beginning, charge $300 to get confidence, to get confirmation that this works. And then over time, as you start building up your client base, you can build in reoccurring income and start charging more. Keep increasing your prices until people start saying more, you get more no's than yes, right? If you say, hey, I'll charge $300 and people are jumping at that amount, you're charging too little. But if you say, hey, $2,500, and they say, let me think about it, and they never get back to you and you get more no's than yeses, then you've reached your upper ceiling. Okay? So guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. Now, what's really important, and I'm going to say this again, don't think about it like I've got to build out WordPress websites, and if I can't build out WordPress websites, it's not going to work. What's your current skill set? Or what are you willing to learn? It's very simple. If you have no skills, that means you've got a bunch of time to go learn some skills. Use YouTube to learn skills, right? Or hire somebody to do the skills that you don't have. Your skill, your number one skill should be getting sales, being a salesman, talking about the benefits of what you have to offer. Don't talk about the features, talk about the benefits of what you have to offer. That should be your skill. You can hire everything else out. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.